Hello everybody, hey, hi, how you doing? Jay McCain here, coming to you with my extra week coffee for another episode of Coffee from Teacapistan. We've got Bald Beaver Hunter, yes that's right, John Wesley Elliot in the house today, so let's get to the good stuff, shall we?
Hey!
So what will happen this time when Dateline is present? It seems some potential predators are getting the message. KBI Commissioner David James says chat rooms are filled with men afraid to show up.
Once they found out that the girl was in Kentucky, that we're not going to come to Kentucky because that's where they arrest people for doing this.
Golly.
But as always, that doesn't stop everyone.
Right, this was the last sting of TCAP, and there were only like 9 people showed up. But there's some real bangers with John Wesley Elliot, Lauren Armstrong, others.
Stay tuned for the laughter.
Well, you think this is funny?
No,
It's a big joke.
The tears.
You ever watch a program called Dateline NBC?
Cool.
Oh, cool.
And the attempted getaway.
Alright, Bill Blossom.
Okay, out of the vehicle.
Hey! Come on in.
Walking into our undercover house is 39-year-old John Elliot, a factory worker for a window company. He's driven 2.5 hours to meet a girl who told him she was 12 and home alone. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning.
I was just watching some TV. Come sit down.
Yeah, but it's
We
late.
hired this 19-year-old
Wonder if he
actress,
works
Casey, to
night
be our
shift.
decoy. Elliot seems to think she's the 12-year-old virgin he's been chatting with online for the past month. Using a screen name so disturbing we can't broadcast it, he tells the decoy about his fantasy of being with a young girl.
You were asking me about what I was daydreaming about.
Too disturbing to broadcast, but we all know what it is. Oh, hey, thanks for the resub there to the Blossom. Hell yeah.
Well, that's it.
11 months.
You nude and me licking you.
He continues to chat with the decoy about his fixation with giving her oral sex and adds that as he's talking to her, he's nude and thinking bad thoughts.
I just never thought I would openly tell a young girl that.
Is okay with me.
But as soon as I saw your pic, I was like, man,
excuse me.
I'd give anything I could to have one night with her.
Anything
At one
I
point,
could.
he tells her his hobby is taking pictures of himself masturbating and then sends the decoy some of those shots.
A nice hobby. You know, you gotta have hobbies. You gotta have something that you're passionate about. Especially in America where we work so much and so hard. You gotta have something that you do that's not just work. And in this case, it's masturbation picture taking.
He doesn't stop
But
there.
at least it's something.
Later, he sends her child pornography, a photo of a girl engaging in a sex act.
That girl is young.
How young?
So Blossom asked, damn, what kind of screen name can they not show? Can I rape you? Something like that. So the actual screen name is Bald Beaver Hunter. But there was a screen name in an earlier episode that was Can I Rape You Anally? And they said that. So apparently that's okay, but Bald Beaver Hunter not okay.
I think 14.
Wow.
At one point, he seems to fear she might be a policewoman. But as you can see, that doesn't stop him from showing up.
Yeah, it's the first door on the left. I let him go to the bathroom, and when he came out, he seemed a little more relaxed. He was a little more comfortable that, you know, okay, she let me go to the bathroom. We're gonna be here a while.
Gosh, you're pretty.
Thank you. So what are your plans, or what are you thinking?
Kissing you.
Kissing you.
Yeah?
I mean, that was, you know, how we talked on the internet.
As the decoy
but-
presses him, he stops
They were able to show that other one. Yeah, my bad. It's early. My reading comprehension is not quite there yet.
smiling and seems to get suspicious. She asks him about that photo he sent her of the girl receiving oral sex.
Oh, that picture you sent me with the 14-year-old girl. Was she really 14?
I don't know. I just found it off of a guy off the internet when we were talking.
Is that like what you wanted to do?
That's what I want to do, but there's something in me that it's not right, you know?
You gotta give it to him. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but he was one of the rare guys who actually said that they don't want to, or they're not going to follow through with this to the decoy before Chris Hansen ever shows up.
And it's really bothering me.
You seem pretty confident on the internet in terms of what you wanted to do. Mm-hmm. What was your plan tonight?
Actually, I wasn't really going to be doing anything because I was worried of getting too scared and nervous about it.
Now, why were you getting so scared and nervous?
Well, I just knew it wasn't right.
But that's not how you made it sound online.
You know.
And what about the photos he sent of himself masturbating?
Why'd you do it?
Well, just everything in my life is just, it's all screwed up. I got a bad job. My marriage is not good.
Did you bring any condoms?
No, I wasn't going to do anything like that.
Yeah, what were you going to do?
It was just oral.
Just oral?
Well, I didn't think it was that bad on oral.
She told you she was 12 years old.
Yeah.
And you came over here planning to have oral sex with a 12-year-old girl.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to deny it. I mean, yeah, I did.
When I ask him about his obscene screen name, he starts to laugh.
You think this is funny?
No,
It's a big joke.
No.
Coming over here to have sex with a 12-year-old girl, and this is a big old joke to you.
No. What I'm getting at is, this is the very first time this has ever happened. I've never met.
It's the first time you got caught, maybe.
No.
Right. So what made you decide?
Dude, he's married.
All of a sudden, to do it?
Yeah,
now?
someone married this man.
With this girl for a month.
Someone married this man.
I've had that fantasy in the back of my head.
Fantasy about being with a young girl.
A young girl, yes.
Well, what do you think should happen to you?
Sent to an island.
Sent to an island.
Exile.
Exile an island. You still think this is all funny?
I don't know why you ask me stuff like this. I mean,
well, why do you think I'm curious about all this?
I could tell you're a therapist. I know. I mean, not just.
You think I'm a therapist?
Yeah, by the way you're.
So you think that you came over here to meet this girl and magically a therapist sat down to help you through your problem?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, do you ever watch television?
I can tell you're a therapist. You are dead wrong.
No, sir.
Well, there's something I got to tell you. I'm Chris Hansen, and I work for a show called Dateline NBC.
Okay.
And we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teenagers online for sex.
Okay.
It's called To Catch a Predator. So if there's anything else that you'd like to tell us
Ron Knight lingering in the background
about your situation, we'd like to hear it.
I love my wife, and I know it doesn't look like it. I need to see a psychiatrist because of the way everything's going through my life.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead? I hope you get that help.
As he gets up to leave and makes the long walk to the door, officers are in position, ready to arrest him.
Sheriff's office, hands up! Hands up! Hands out! Hands out!
He's taken away in an unmarked car and brought to a police station where he's booked, photographed,
Thank you, sir.
Right here to the left.
and brought in for questioning.
Had an interesting night, haven't you?
Yeah,
To say the least.
Kate Reed.
He's read his rights,
Kate Reed's had an interesting night.
and Kentucky Bureau of Investigation agent Catherine Reed starts to question him.
What brought you here tonight, John?
Well, I gave him a Sprite. Lucky.
just fantasy.
What kind of fantasies?
I don't want to be with a young girl. I'm not saying it's right or anything like that. I don't mean to make it sound that way.
So you knew it was wrong when you came here?
Agent Reed gets the man's consent to search his car and retrieve his computer
Damn
from his
good
home.
coffee.
Oh, gosh.
He's then taken to jail
I've never been in jail or anything like that.
and later brought before a judge.
Oh, dear
You were
God.
charged with unlawful transaction with a minor less than 16
really
years
shambling.
of age, first degree, which is a Class B felony. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, sir.
The judge sets his bail.
Your bond will stay at $50,000 cash.
Yeah, hello? Hey. That sure was a long fee. I said, that sure was a long fee. I am nervous. I'm just nervous as heck.
All right. Someone cut out and put this hilarious moment at the end of the at the end of the video. This is from the police interrogation when it's getting up to leave. Keep an eye on John Wesley Elliot. They shove a camera right in his face. Hang on, let me pull my pull down my chat. Keep an eye on Elliot as he looks into the camera, and then look at the camera operator's face.
I am nervous.
Elliot gives a big old smile directly into the camera. Camera operator sees this.
Nervous. I'm just nervous as hell.
Looks over to the boom mic operator and gives him a face of like, what in the hell? This guy just smiled at me.
This is heck.
That's a funny moment. Lauren Armstrong would go on to say that he was creeped out by John Wesley Elliott's smile later. Well, that's going to be the stream for today. Hey, if you made it this far, please give a like, please give a subscribe. But, you know, I'm not going to beg for it. I'm not going to debase myself. Knock, knock, who's there? Oh, wait! Sir, please! It's Rolando Restacruz! Sir, please! Please like! Please subscribe! Jay won't say it, but he wants you to like and he wants you to subscribe so bad because it helps with the algorithm! So, please! Oh, it's always great when Rolando swings by. He just jumps in to help me advocate for myself when I'm unable to do it. I also, since it's Friday, I want you to consider supporting me on Patreon. For $3 a month, you get all of these files backed up, just in case, or for the inevitability of YouTube taking me down yet again. Everything will be backed up on Patreon. Plus, Brunch from T-Capistan. You can only find it there. We've got Jim Roush Interrogation. We've got Longform JPW. We've got more stuff. I'm actually kind of spacing out on some of the stuff we've done there. It's a long-form episode, usually around an hour, of Brunch from T-Capistan. Get that on Patreon. $3 a month. It really helps me out. It's the best way to support me. Alright, on that note, mind, body, spirit, harmonious resonance, be where your feet are. And of course, as always, stay water, mon frere.